Did you need the wing? It really feels like your eyelid. You're being a good boy, Robin. The reason we need to care about bats is they're so very important to our environment. They're wonderful pest controllers. We have 15 different species in Alabama, and all of ours are insect eaters. They can eat about 3,000 insects per night per bat. So they're good for our environment. They help us with insects that bother us as humans. They also take care of those insects that harm our farmers' crops and the forest. They're very important to the environment.
16 years ago, my predecessor, Keith Hudson, was the one that started the Alabama Bat Blitz. Goal then is the same as it is now, which is to we find a location that has never had a bat survey or has a need for a bat survey, and we descend upon it and try to collect as many records on bats as we can. So this year we're hitting the greater Birmingham area.
When a bat gets entangled in the net, we go over and we get the bat out of the net and we bring it back and we collect the data on the bat. So basically we'll identify the bat, we measure the forearm, and we weigh the bat. And these are two characteristics that will help us correctly identify the species of bat that we have.
Wing damage index.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a 0.
We also measure the ear length, and we look at the wing. We look at the wing damage to see if there's any scars from white nose syndrome. By looking at the wing, we can tell if the bat is a juvenile or an adult bat. And after that, we record all that data. If we've captured an endangered species or an at-risk, we like to look at all the Myotis species. We will put a band on those, and then we release the bats back into the wild.
What we're looking at is this bone joint right here.
This is small. I think it is a Jew.
White nose syndrome started up in the Northeast in the winter of 2006, 2007. Millions of bats have died. Entire cave systems have been wiped out, and that's typically the bats that are affected. It's a devastating disease for our bats, and we're working to try to find some cures, but you know, it's ahead of us at this point. And bats reproduce very slowly, so it's very hard for those numbers to bounce back as quickly as they have died off.